Hello everyone, my name is Robin and welcome back to Doki Doki Switcheroo. Sorry for the long wait, but you know how life is. Anyways, in the last episode, before going to Natsuko, we realized we have pills for Satori, so we head to his house. It is revealed that one of the pills is Zyprexa, which he has when he was 10 due to him having bipolar disorder. However, he hasn't taken them due to the fact that the side effects of it is insomnia. He also didn't tell Femc as he didn't want her to worry about him, which is also why he wanted Femc to join the club. The other pills, lithium, is what Satori avoids and refuses to tell Femc anything about. This is then interrupted when Natsuko arrives at our house, so we go back home to make the donuts. Satori then comes to tell Femc about why he doesn't take the lithium. Depression where he doesn't want Femc to have a relationship with the other club members as he actually is in love with Femc. Femc reciprocates those feelings and tries helping out by convincing him to take his pills, to which he does the next day. On that same day, we go to the club without Satori as he takes a shower, but we volunteer to take the pamphlets to the club. Once we arrive, we see that Mateo is the one that commits unalivement. Yeah, and after that, we end up in some pitch black area where we hear someone actually mess with the code, which is why we see the menu look like this. So because I guess we left off here, we'll continue from there. Oh no! How the fuck did I get outside? Whoops, that wasn't right. Man, I can't separate her from her memory without compromising her. Let me try this. Well, this is definitely new from the vanilla game. Ooh, that worked. Okay, now if I just... Got it. Alright, well, it may not be perfect, but it should work for now. At least I hope so. Only way to know for sure is to test her out. Ah, God. Alright, it's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some boys or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I get detention too often anyway. I'd never be able to attend club meetings with my record. Even if I can manage to avoid getting into trouble, most clubs would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with anyway. Oh God, what happened to the environment? The school day is boring as ever, and just when it's finally about to be over, I go and get myself in trouble. Nothing serious, but enough to earn me some hefty detention time. Jeez, what does this girl do? I know it's established already that it happens even before this act, but jeez, it's getting late. I stare blankly at the wall and eventually nod off. Let's get out of here. Hey! Oh. Hi there. Natsuko. Hi? I don't recognize this guy, but his small stature makes me think he might be a first year. Whoever he is, okay. You looking for something? Sure am. I need posters and markers for my club. I don't suppose you know if there are any supplies I can use in this classroom. I guess no Mateo to be like, oh, join my club. I mean, it might happen either in a different way or just later. I suppose you know if there are any supplies I can use in this classroom. Oh, yeah, here's some crap in the closet you can look through. Thanks. I watch as he makes his way to the closet at the back of the room. After ransacking the closet, he returns to the front of the room carrying a bunch of stuff. See you later, he says that to me as he heads out the door. But just before he gets there, he stumbles, dropping everything. Oh, come on! I immediately jump to my feet and run to help him. Man, it's not gonna be very fun to try and get the stuff back into the club. I appreciate you helping me pick everything up, though. No problem. Where's your club room anyway? Upper story. I can see how getting all this stuff up the stairs might pose a problem for him. I can help you take the stuff there if you want. You can? Sure, I'm not doing anything. And I don't have to be anywhere. Awesome. I brought some donuts to the club today, so feel free to grab a couple when we get there. It'll be my way of thanking you. Heh, thanks. It's not necessary since I don't mind helping out. But I don't mind sampling one while I'm there. I take half the load. I'm Raven, by the way. I'm Natsu. Nice to meet you. Likewise. Ah, it's gloomy. but just outside, just prior, it was like bright and sunny. What the frick, man? So I guess this is how like the introduction of the club will be in this act. It's just like, I guess, meeting Natsuko instead of Mateo, and being Mateo be like, oh, can you join the club or something, blah blah blah. It's always nice to see like the little, even just the tiniest twist and changes this game has. Anyways, I leave the classroom with a bit of a skip in my step. I would gladly sell myself for a donut, so helping get these supplies to their destination in exchange for a few is a very fair price. I follow Natsu across the school and up the stairs to a section of school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. It's already pretty late by now, so the halls and rooms are dark. Man, that... Actually, no, that doesn't explain the weather. The lighting, yes, but the weather? I don't know. I mean, yeah, but like, it was bright and... I don't know. I think I'm overthinking it. My bad. My first instinct is to head down the hallway, but Natsu instead leads me to a strange door off to the side of the corridor. Jiggles the handle and pushes the bottom of the door with his foot. The door opens and Natsu steps inside. Oh, it fades to black. Something... Oh no, something's not right. I stop at the entrance. Inside, another set of stairs ascends, disappearing to the shadows. Weird, I didn't even know the school had another story. Something's probably gonna jump out at us. Maybe it's an attic. It's never good when the music stops, unless they're just trying to like make us quiver in our boots. Natsu stops near the midway point and turns to look down at me. You coming? Oh god. Of course. I timidly start going up the stairs, shutting the door behind me. The hallway is incredibly narrow and dark. There's no light anywhere. I don't even know how Natsuko can see where he's going. Natsu, why is there a club room up here? Oh, they're out of empty ones right now, so we had to make do. Are you even allowed up here? Well, technically no, but no one ever comes up here anyway. Besides, it's only temporary until a classroom downstairs becomes available. Follow quietly and feeling uneasy. Finally, we reach the top of the stairs. Oh god. It's hell. This is hell. Peer over the top of Natsu's head. The corridor is dark and colorless. The only real light source up there is a single blinking iridescent bulb. The illumination being so dull, it's only noticeable from the top of the stairs. You know, damn. Like without Satori in this mod, like everything is just hell. Wait, no, wait. No, it's not Satori. It's Mateo. Wait, yeah, Mateo's the one that died. So I guess without Mateo, it's just absolute hell. No wonder why, yeah, that's why Mateo isn't the one to come up like, oh, we could join the club, because he's dead. How did I already forget? Anyways, the bulb hums and crackles with each flicker. Feels cold up here. There's dust on the windowsills and cobwebs on the doors. There's an overall musty smell that fills the entire space. It looks like no one has been up here in years. I guess I can understand why no one comes up here. Bad wiring, poor ventilation, there's probably even mice living in the walls. Nah, people don't like coming up here because of the rumors. Rumors? What rumors? Anyway, the club room's in here. Okay, then. Natsu approaches a wooden door that has had the paint stripped away. It's the only door without a small window on it. I mean, they're clearly still there, they're just broken. I follow as Natsu swings open the classroom door with a sickening creak. Ah! Why are you guys so happy and cheery? Look at this place. I'm back, guys. Hi, so you brought a guest with you. Oh, great, a girl. Oh, no. Satori already hates us. Let the nagging begin. Hey! Satori, shut up. She was helping me with the supplies because you're useless. Oh, God, it's about to go down. Oh, what is getting me in this situation? This club is full of incredibly cute guys. Gentlemen, please. The tall guy turns towards me after gently scolding the others. You needn't pay them any mind. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. My name is Yuri, and the ill-tempered one is Satori. Of course, you've already met Natsuko. This music is tweaking out, but so did in the original game. It's Natsu, Yuri, you know that! I've told you so many times already! Natsuko responds through gritted teeth. It's weird that he has a girl's name. I wonder he didn't like to go by it. Well, it's nice to meet all of you. I'm Raven. I assure you, the feeling is mutual, Raven. It is for me, at least. Stop looking at me like that, boy. The one named Yuri, who appears comparatively taller and more mature than Natsuko and Satori, hasn't stopped looking at me since I walked in. So, now that you've helped Natsuko with the supplies, you're gonna leave, right? Surely you have somewhere else to be right now. What's wrong? Ah, my god. I wonder if I can actually go back in the history to see if they... What's wrong with you, Satori? Yeah, actually, I was also invited to have a couple donuts. Is that so? Satori briefly glares at Natsuko. Aren't those supposed to be for members only? Hey, I brought them. I say who can and can't have any. So mind your own business. I'm the club president, so it technically is my business. Well, I'm the vice president. So Yuri doesn't have any of those titles? That's weird. I mean, I know they're trying to change it up from the vanilla game, but I still thought he would like have some sort of like title. I thought it would be Natsuko that would be titleless. Like Satori would be the president. Well, he is, but like I basically just thought that Yuri would be vice president, but whatever floats your boat. Now stop being a sour puss and leave her alone. Satori shoots me one last contemptuous glare before taking a seat. Wonder why he's so mad at me. I don't even know him. Oh, come on, man. That's bullshit. Let me out of here. So I guess the FemC, I'm pretty sure all this stuff is like the FemC actually is aware, because, and she's like, I don't know, I wonder why he's so mad at me, and she's like, well, that's bullshit. Of course you know why he's mad, because of like Act 1 with his depression and stuff, and you can just ignore him when he gets too moody. He's like that a lot. This normally comes from this type of behavior would normally come from Natsuki, so in this case Natsuko. So yeah, I guess seeing it from Satori is kind of weird. He's like that a lot. Natsuko whispers this in my ear. Come on, the donuts are over here. And while we're at it, how about I make some tea as well? Jesus Christ. These guys have a few desks arranged to form a table. We just gonna ignore how crappy this place looks? He walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Satori and Natsuko sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward around Satori, I take a seat next to Natsuko. He scoots a tray towards me. The foil has already been peeled back. Help yourself. Don't mind if I do. I reach inside and pull out a glazed donut. Natsuko watches eagerly as I take a bite. It's delicious. Thank you, Natsu. Ha, well, you know. Thank you for helping. My pleasure. So this is the literature club, huh? That's right. I know it sounds dull, but it's really not like that at all, you know? I think dull is like not the right word to describe this place. Look at this place. When did you guys start the club anyway? About a week ago. I guess that explains why there aren't a lot of members. Well, it's not exactly easy to try and convince people that literature is fun and worthwhile. That's right, it's why we're looking forward to the festival. It's gonna be our only chance to try and grow this club before we graduate, right, Satori? I guess. Satori reluctantly agrees. Such different guys, all interested in the same goal. I don't know, Satori seems like seems less interested in than us. Such different guys, all interested in the same goal. Must have been hard for them to start this club. Anyway, you've had your donut, Raven. We like to commence our meeting, so if you don't mind. Geez, no wonder we don't have more members. You're such an ass. She didn't come here to become a member. She came here to stuff her face. Does she really look like someone who's interested in literature? Are you? It's about self-expression, the ability to create beautiful and unique work of art using only words that express feelings and meaning. I guess so. Essentially, it's for people who can understand and appreciate writing. I'm kind of annoyed by Satori's attitude. I can't stand being talked down to. At the same time, I don't want to get Natsuko in trouble for inviting me here in the first place. Satori may be a bit of a jerk, but he seems pretty passionate about literature. I respect that. Well, I'm not currently in any clubs. Mind if I stick around today? Who knows, maybe I'll like it here. He's like, yeah. He's like, you sure about that? I mean, sure if you want to. We're about to start our meeting anyway. You can stay and observe. It's a long shot, but maybe you'll find your calling as a writer. I offer him a smile of gratitude. Thanks, Satori. I'll pay attention and take this meeting seriously. Whatever. Yuri returns with the tea set and places a cup in front of each of us. Keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, there are no teachers up here to object. Besides, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Quit trying to impress her, Yuri. I wasn't. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away, briefly scowling at Satori in the process. Such an asshole. But I assuming like the feelings in Act 1 still somehow come back in Act 2, it does kind of add up. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Yuri visibly relaxes. I'm glad. What kind of books are you into, Yuri? Let's see. Yuri traces the rim of his teacup with the tip of his index finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deeper complex. Yeah. I'm telling a good story. Alright. Here comes Patchy. But you know, I do like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological. Isn't it amazing? Alright, anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror. I play a lot of horror-themed video. I play a lot of video games. Video games aren't books, Raven, or don't you know the differences? Hey, some video games require a lot of reading. Some games consist of more reading than actual gameplay. And for your information, some games can tell one hell of a story. Well, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down regardless of the genre. What about you? What do you like to read? I'm not really much of a reader. There's a shocker. I'm pretty sure, I think those are like exactly everything Satori, not everything that Satori said, but like I'm pretty sure like that conversation, like those are the exact lines Mateo has said. Anyways, I started reading comics and manga as a kid. It's actually a few years and I've never read about manga. I'm too embarrassed to admit that I haven't read much since then. Natsuko suddenly lifted his head. Alright, but appears to change his mind. Just chuckles. Well, I'm sure if you look around, you may wish to expand your horizons. I'd love to suggest some of my favorite surreal horror titles if you'd be interested. He sips his tea in a sophisticated manner. Sounds cool, I say that with an enthused tone. I wish I could relate, at least at a minimal level. But at this rate, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Don't feel intimidated, Raven. You can read what you want in here. You like horror books too, Natsu? Me? No way. I hate horror. Sissy. Yuri whispers this after taking another sip from his teacup. Natsuko instantly turns his attention to Yuri, his fist clenched. What'd you say? Natsuko, you have a pretty big mouth for someone who keeps his comic book collection in the club room. Then again, everything you read and write is pretty childish, especially your poems, like the one you left here last week. I hate both of you. Natsu, you write your own poems? Well, yeah, sometimes. Why? I think it's super impressive. I love to read your poetry sometime. Natsuko blushes and averts his eyes. I don't know. Not a very confident writer yet. Actually, I understand Natsuko's reluctance. Sharing one's writing takes more than just confidence. It's a very intimate exchange. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Well, Yuri sounds like maybe you should set an example for Natsuko and share your own poetry. That way he'll be comfortable enough to share his. Yuri also blushes and turns away. Looks like Yuri feels the same way about sharing poems as Natsu. He sits in silence for a moment. I have an idea. Yuri and Natsuko look quizzically at Satori. Tonight we'll all go home and write a poem of our very own, then share them with each other for tomorrow's meeting. That way everyone's even. Yuri and Natsuko fidget nervously. Come on, you wusses. Jeez, man. He's not going easy on them. It's not like I'm asking you to write a novel. It's a good idea and you know it. Alright, fine. We need some club activities anyway, especially if Raven decides to join. Then it's settled. I look forward to seeing how creative you all can be. Satori suddenly looks at me. So Raven, think you're up for writing a poem to share with everyone? Or is this club simply too boring for you? Suddenly the eyes of all three of them are on me. I'm not sure. I wasn't even planning on joining any clubs this year. And while I said I consider it, I'm not really... I lose my train of thought. Yuri and Natsuko stare back at me with dejected eyes. Even Satori looks a little disappointed. That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Raven. Natsuko steps forward, keeping his head down. I guess I need to tell you the truth. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet. That's why we had to hold our meetings up here. We need 4 to be considered official and to be given a classroom for meetings. We've been trying really hard to find a new member. The president of the student council is giving us until the weekend. If we don't find someone by then, our club is going to be rejected. I'm defenseless against these guys. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. And pretty abandoned. Look at this place. So writing is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these guys. I give a heavy sigh and take them and look back at them with a defeated smirk. Well, I've decided. I'm gonna join the literature club. Their eyes light up with excitement. This guy is like everything he do is just filled with pure anger. Satori seems shockingly pleased as well. You really mean that? Yeah, it'll be fun. Wow, thank you so much, Raven. You really did scare me for a bit. Well, at least you didn't come just for donuts. We can become an official club now. So thanks, I guess. Happy to help. He was excited, but then like, alright, yeah, I'll go live and shit. I suppose we can end this meeting on a good note. Remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Satori looks over at me once more. This club isn't an alley to screw around after school. We take literature very seriously. I suggest you do the same. I won't tolerate any slacking off, understand? Satori's expression and tone are serious. I nod. Don't worry, I won't let anyone in this club down. For your sake, I hope not. Decide to write a poem tonight, okay? I will. Good. There's no way I can impress Satori or any of them for that matter with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. All I can do is try my best, I suppose. The guys get to work moving the desk back into the place while Yuri gathers up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Alright, thanks again, Raven. You're a real lifesaver. See you tomorrow. Oh, God. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. Everything is so gloomy, man. Well, I guess she did say it was getting late. Anyways, whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 guys. Natsuko, Yuri, and even Satori. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of them. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I wonder if it's going to be like, oh, you have a secret poem to read. Yep, let's do it. A riddle. I used to be a frozen solid. I race whenever I see you, and I'm torn in half when it's time to say goodbye. What am I? And I'm torn in... I'm not really good with this kind of stuff. Let me get out of here! Alright. We'll go... Just do whatever. Maybe see if, like, a random, like, thing will break the poem game. Like either Mateo's head will pop up or something like that. Oh, God. Ah, you came back. Yup. Told you I'm serious about this. Might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I'm the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Raven. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. You gotta stop looking at me like that, boy. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed. Easier is literature, not open heart surgery. The world isn't gonna end just because she doesn't take it seriously. Of course, it doesn't hold the importance of heart surgery, but literature is important nonetheless, Atsuko. You'd think the vice president of the literature club would understand that. Jeez. Noid, Yuri sinks into his seat. Don't worry, Raven. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Natsuko shoots Yuri with an irate glare. Oh, you just glitched out for a bit. Thanks, Natsu. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, it'd be a good time for you to find something to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Are you guys really gonna sit down on the floor? Look at this. The shattered glass and everything. You really gonna sit down on the floor? Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only makes sense that I find a book to read, since that's one of the main club activities. Glad to hear. Hey, don't look at me like that! And as VP of the club, I should help you get started. Actually, that's it about that. As Yuri reaches into his bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want Raven to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought she might enjoy. Yuri turns to me. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. I was hoping after you finished it, we could, you know, discuss it, if you want. You gotta stop looking at me like that, guys. He smiles amorously. I sigh. As if this guy wasn't cute enough already. I can't believe he brought me a book he thought I'd enjoy despite me not reading much. What a gentleman. I suppose reading it is the least I could do. Wow, Yuri, thank you so much. I'll definitely read this. And take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Alright. This story was supposed to kick that off. It doesn't seem to be so. He appears to be sitting idly at the back of the room. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice this in his intense expression, like he's waiting for his chance. Natsuko's rummaging around the closet. It fades to black? Okay. Really curious to talk to Yuri, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting him from reading. I got a glimpse of the cover of his book. It's like the same book he gave to me. More than that, he seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think he noticed me staring. He smiles warmly at me. Well, hello there. Sorry. Calm down, guys. I was just spacing out. I muttered this to myself, feeling uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just pre-reading some of this. That's the book you gave me, right? That's right. I'm just refreshing my memory by looking through the first few pages again. Once it starts to pick up, it's impossible to put down. It's a very engaging story. Oh yeah? It's a horror book? It is. Cool, what's it about? Well, Yuri closes the book and flips it over, scanning his eyes over the back. The book is titled Wendigo Soul. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we've ever gotten like the title of this book up until now. Here's this. Like, I guess this is like his portrait of the portrait of Markov in this version. Set of red fangs engraved in the front cover. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give away any spoilers. Basically, it's just about this group of teenagers in the Old West. A horror story set in the Old West? That's an interesting concept. Yuri snickers softly. Thought it was interesting too. See, the protagonists are the sons of the local cattle barons. Each goes through some form of horrific abuse at home, but things that get strange when suddenly people from the town become infected with a strange virus that transforms them into large, ferocious creatures that feed on their own family members. As the story goes on, the friendships of the protagonists start to weaken as they each fall prey to the creatures or the virus. Things only get worse when the townspeople place the blame on a mysterious girl who lived in the woods with a pack of wolves. They accuse her of being a witch and intend to burn her alive, but she's really a... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about burning the girl. Sounds like kind of cool. That kind of thing, Raven? Well, I love scary video games. I'm sure a spooky book would keep my attention. Glad to hear that. Nothing like keeps my attention like a spine-tingling story. Keep forgetting Yuri's into macabre. Though I can't say I'm surprised since it seems to fit his personality. See, stories like this challenge you to look at life from a whole new perspective. When horrible things happen, people are quick to point the finger at the outcast. Oh god, hey, don't look at me like that! Because outsiders should never be trusted, and will just ruin everything anyway. Just where you belong, I'm not rambling, am I? Apologies. That's okay, Yuri. I haven't lost interest or anything. That's good. But I think I should warn you that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. Hey! I didn't read that! Ah, come on! I didn't get a bit too overzealous. He probably said something weird shit. So if I end up acting strange or if I talk too much, please feel free to tell me. Don't sweat it. It just means you're passionate about your reading. It's a literature club after all. In fact, He had 2 copies of the same book. It's obviously what he wants. I reached in my bag and retrieved the book. May as well get started on reading it, right? Hey! I mean, only if you want to, that is. Of course I want to. In fact, why don't we read it together? Can I sit here? Slide into the seat next to him. Please do. Hey, don't look at me like that. His calm demeanor seems to be slowly intensifying. I'm not used to reading in company with someone. This promises to be a very delightful experience. He seems quite excited to get started. Well, I'm not exactly used to it either, so let me know if I end up distracting you, alright? I'm sure I'll be able to control myself. Freaks, I tell you! Open the book and start the prologue. You don't understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if I can feel his presence over my shoulder as I read. Suddenly see Yuri in the corner of my eye. I realize he's not actually reading from his own book. He's reading from mine. My eyes meet his intense gaze. It looks like I'm the one being distracting, I suppose. Well, I was just... come on. God. No worries. I have an idea. Slide my desk up against Yuri's and push my book between us. This should work, alright? Very clever solution, indeed. Yuri immediately closes his copy and hastily places it in his bag. Once we lean in a little, I realize that he's a bit too big for me to see over. His broad shoulders seem to be blocking me out. It's gonna take a little extra thought. I slide my leg under me and prop myself on my knee, then lean over and rest myself on my elbows. I can see the book now. Just have to make sure I don't lean forward anymore or my chest will be pressed against his arm. You sure you're comfortable like that? I'll be fine. You don't mind holding the book, right? No, not at all. We got a nice CG. Well, the cover looks does look a lot better here. He reopens the book. I squint my eyes a bit. I'm like, there's no like glass shattered. Though I mean, the walls still have this crappy texture, but not too horrible. Squint my eyes a bit. Start to read that tiny text from so far away. I lean in a bit more, still keeping some space between Yuri's arm and my chest. But now we're huddled even closer than before. It's kind of distracting. It's almost as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and he's in the corner of my vision. You ready? Oh, for me to turn the page. Sorry. I didn't know we started. Glance over at Yuri and our eyes meet. There's no way I'll be able to keep up with him. I'm not exactly a speed reader. That's okay. I'm sure the small font isn't helping much. So I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Just let me know when you're ready, okay? Thanks, I appreciate it. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready for him to turn the page. He leaves it open just the right amount of time for me to finish before turning it of his own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Yuri suddenly laughs a little. What's so funny? Well, if I can be completely honest, the wild forest girl kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Seriously? Yeah. She's blunt, smart, and adventurous, and so jaded that the only way she could be hotter is if she were surrounded by flame. I see. My cheeks redden. Yuri's no longer reading. His eyes are locked on me. Oh no. I can feel his leg rapidly bopping up and down impatiently under the desk. Oh no, I gotta think he's been a little fidgety since we started. You alright? It's just your face is kinda red. Also, your leg is shaking. And you're breathing a little. My breathing? Yuri places his hand on his chest as if to feel his heartbeat. Oh dear, well, since I'm a bit excited, aren't I? I'm fine, don't worry. Just need a little walk and some water. Excuse me? Yuri stands up, taking care to deliberately keep his back towards me and hustles out the room. I read excuse me as like it was a question. It should have been like, excuse me. He's probably gonna be cutting some onions if I know a thing or two. That was weird, I guess. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Raven, what was that about? I don't know. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. You guess? Well, yeah. What exactly did you do to him? Do to him? I didn't do anything to him. I just assume I did something. You blind? That guy was... the guy was part of the advanced calculus just now. I swear we didn't! Oh, calm down. I really don't care. Yuri's horny 24/7. So there's nothing to be alarmed about, if you say so. Yeah, but anyway, why don't we share poems now? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Don't worry, it won't take him long to... Jesus Christ. He's really lost it now in this act. You know, maybe this might be a controversial, but maybe these would have been a little bit better if it were Mateo and not Satori. You'll all still be sharing by the time he gets back. Might as well get started. Alright. I was just asking. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it into my bag. Alright, let's go with Netsuko. I'm kinda scared of Satori. Well, it doesn't blow me away. Sorry, not very good. Hey, it's cool. Not a writer. I get it. Cheer up. I'm sure you'll improve eventually. I point out what you need to work on, but you're better off just trying again from scratch. Oh my goodness. Fair enough. To each their own, I guess. Here, check out mine. You'll be able to see what I mean. There's gonna be something scary. Nope, it's the same one. Impressive, right? Yeah, it's good. You love it. Most everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people usually don't take my writing seriously, but you seem to like the type who understands how effective simple writing can be. Well, the point of writing is for people to express themselves. A person's writing style wouldn't make their message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I knew you understand. I like when something's easy to read, but hits you hard like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. The nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay, and to me, nothing brings out feeling like poems that rhyme. Wow, there went more into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad I was able to teach you something. Bet you didn't expect that from me, did ya? Guess not. Thanks for the lesson. Decided to humor him with that last comment. Not sure what he meant by that, but Natsuko's feeling proud that I won't take that away from him. Alright, get this ugly guy out of here. So, Raven, having fun so far? Yeah, absolutely. Great. Anyway, you want to share poems? It's kind of embarrassing, but it's what I agreed to. You didn't have to stay, you know. Well, you could have quit at any time. It's not really what I meant. I wasn't asking to you. Oh. Well, you gonna show me a poem or not? Yeah, of course. Clearly answer my poem. Like it? What language is this? Okay, Natsuko. What do you mean, what language is it? It's the same as everyone else. Satori rolls his eyes and hands my poem back to me. I can't read this chicken scratch. Next time, make sure it's actually legible. Otherwise, I'll count it as a missed assignment. If you get 2 of them, you're out the club. I'm sorry. I look away embarrassed. Well, whatever. Here's my poem. Insomnia. I'm not sure if this is actually the same one. Okay, it's not. This music does not fit the background. Insomnia, it's way past dinner time, yet way too early for breakfast. Not that it matters, I'm not hungry anyway. Sit alone in the twilight, tired and restless and empty. There are no stars tonight. They're all hiding. Mother Moon must be out searching for her children, because she's absent from the sky as well. Go to sleep? I wish. My mind won't settle down. I just want to dive into a sea of sleep where I can comfortably drown. Oh my goodness, but I'm scared that I'll never wake up, forever trapped in an endless dream. No one's here to help me. No one's there to hear my screams. What's the point on complaining though? You don't care. I don't care. I'm not even supposed to be here. So, what you think? It's very freeform, that's what you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the best person to offer criticism. I wasn't looking for criticism. Not like you could offer anything constructive anyway, seeing that you don't even know what you're doing. I guess that's true. So what was the inspiration behind the poem? Well, I guess you can say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yes, an epiphany. If you don't know what that means, go look at a dictionary on the shelf. I know what an epiphany is. Suddenly the door swings open. Hey, Yuri. Ah, feeling better? Okay. Don't be a crass. I was simply getting a drink of water. Sure you were. I see you already started sharing poems? Without me. Yeah, we have. Perhaps if you spend more time in the club and less time repainting the bathroom stalls. Jesus Christ. I'll go get my poem. Yuri's voice rumbles deeply as he slinks off to retrieve his poem. Anyway, we're done here. What? To be honest, I didn't really learn anything from you. Do you maybe have any helpful writing tips for me? Satori thinks for a moment. Writing tips, huh? That's right. This way I can walk away with at least some useful knowledge after each of these sessions. You want a tip? Okay, here's one. Next time you write a poem, don't suck at it. That's my advice for today. Now get out of my face. Alright. That was fun. As he reads through my poem, I notice his eyes lighten. Exceptional. Yeah? You really think so? It's truly amazing. Oh no. What kind of experience do you have? Your use of metaphors and imagery indicate you've done a lot of writing before. It's a really huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time writing. Yuri looks at me quizzically before looking over my poem again. Interesting. Yuri traces the words of my poem with his finger as if breaking it down more thoroughly. The thing is, there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I learned how to pick up on them. Seeing new writers try to make their style more deliberate, often picking a subject matter different from the style and then just form-fitting them together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds his train of thought, his demeanor does a complete 180. His stammering disappears and he sounds more like a teacher than a student. Now, this isn't something the new writer can be blamed for, of course. There are many techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. All this comes with practice, learning from example and trying new things. That's why I thought you were experienced, because I see none of these mistakes in your poem. It's probably just beginner's luck. Please don't be disappointed if tomorrow doesn't come out as good. It's okay. You're new, so I expect you to try new things. Receiving valuable feedback from everyone else will influence you as well. Atsuko can be a bit biased, though. Forget about Atsuko! Satori has problems! Biased? How? Well, I suppose you'll see what I mean eventually. Alright, so how about I check out your poem now? Yeah, of course. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. He smiles dreamily as he hands me his poem. There's gonna be some thirst. I think this is the same poem, so we can just scroll past it. What are your thoughts? Really liked it. Like the imagery and atmosphere, like how it made me feel while I was reading it. Like how it was short yet descriptive. Wasn't too short, was it? I do prefer short, but I can write a longer one next time. I like your style just the way it is. Really appreciate that. Since it's our first time sharing, I'd want to write something like a little more mild, something easy to digest. I like when my readers derive their own meaning out of my writing. You sure know a lot about this. Nothing really. Remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. I could definitely learn a few things or two from you. I hope so. Phew. But that's everyone. Glance around the room. That wasn't as stressful as I anticipated. Learned what I already knew. My writing abilities are amazing. There's no way my bones can stand up to theirs. I so enjoyed getting to know everyone and learning about their own techniques. You sound a little too happy, brother, sister. I noticed across the room Satori's writing something in his notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Atsuko. Alright. They exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I notice each of their expressions change. Atsuko's eyebrows furrow his frustration, his smile sadly. What's the language? He says something? Nothing. He says fancy. Yours is cute. It's about giving up. The language. What about it? Well, if I'm out when it comes to suggestions, not looking for sense, I would have liked something which people did. Raven liked it, so I based on that. First of all, excuse me, I really are. My style, I don't expect to change unless something, I see something interesting, which I haven't. I really like my poem too. You said she was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize. Alright, okay. Oh, jeez. You're just jealous that everyone appreciates the advice of a mature individual more than she appreciated the views of a child. I'm the child. You that fool of yourself. Besides, how do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? Fool myself, am I? You're the one who goes out of his way to make everything you do overly masculine, as though you're compensating for something. Natsuko suddenly stands up, and just what the hell is that supposed to mean? You know what it means. Well, you know what? I'm not the one. There we go. Natsuko. Guys, shut up. Mind your fucking business. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really do act as young as you look, Natsuko. Me? Look who's talking, you pretentious dickbag. Pretentious? Sorry that my maturity and intelligence are too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. Thanks for proving my point. You know, most people learn to get over themselves by the time they graduate middle school, but your precious private tutors didn't bother to teach you that, did they? If you want to prove anything, you can then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your immaturity by acting like a little tough guy? I would say something about this little static stuff, but not only was it A in the vanilla game, but B, I don't know. I feel like it's missing something to like be like, oh god, if that's like the best way I can explain it. And also, here's another thing. I actually did come back from the meeting, so I do feel a bit tired. In fact, this like entire video, as of right now, was recorded at like 7 p.m. So yeah. That doesn't make you tough, it makes you pathetic. Whoa, sick burn, Yuri, you probably should have saved it for that collection etched into your arms. Did you just accuse me of burning myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on, show anyone really gets you hotter in the collar. I'm sure she'll let me head over here for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as she just noticed I was sitting there. Raven, he's lying! He just wants to make me look bad. Wait, okay, so if he doesn't cut himself and he does like burning, what does he use? Like matches? There's no way he just brings the iron with him. It's too obvious and too big. That's not true. He started it. Ah! Alright, I'm just gonna do this thing. We'll just spam this until it gets out of my face. Hey man, what do you want? Hey Raven, I'm gonna get a drink from the vending machine. That's probably what it says, but his fat ass is blocking the box. Well, I'm pretty sure it says you got it from here, right? Come on! Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as he just noticed I was sitting there. Raven, he's lying! He just wants to make me look bad. That's not true, he started it. Come on guys, why drag me into this? I don't even know anything about writing. Yeah, it has nothing to do with writing. It has to do with Natsuko being an insecure little twerp who throws a fit when someone doesn't agree with him. You better watch how you talk to me, you fucking snob. Don't think for a second that I'm scared of you. I'll climb up there right now and smack the shit out of you. I'd like to see you try it. Natsuko's face is blazing red. He clenches his fist. Raven, I think you should leave now. Please leave now! Natsuko's furious. I'm nervous about leaving them alone. Natsuko's so much smaller than Yuri. It's best for me to not witness that fight. I decided to leave and wait outside, hoping for the best. Oh god. So, are they still fighting? Satori casually takes a sip of apple juice. Good job, club president. I'm assuming, like, the reason why Satori is the way he is right now is because of the stuff in Act 1. I guess I can kind of understand why he is the way he is, but like, jeez. I'm a little shocked by how calmly he's reacting to this. Satori, don't you think you should stop them? Why would I do that? Well, because it's your job as a president to diffuse any conflicts between club members. Oh, please. I'm not gonna waste my time worrying about that crap until we get an actual room downstairs. Which, by the way, we're on the list for. Told the student council president this morning that we now have 4 members, so we have a room no later than Monday. That's when everything becomes official, so that's when I'll start breaking up fights. What? I don't think that logic works here, bro. But while we're still stuck in this dump, they can kill each other for all I care. Suddenly, Yuri rushes out the club room. He keeps his head down as he hurries past us and towards the exit without a single word. Well, I guess they're done. Time to assess the damage. I enter the room to see Natsuko sitting at a desk with his arms crossed staring out the window. As I approach, I notice he isn't scowling. In fact, he wears a guilty expression on his face. Natsu? I didn't mean it, you know? You made me so mad, and then I said it without thinking. I swear I would never actually do it. I believe you. I have no idea what Natsuko might have said to Yuri, or threatened to do to him. I'm sorry I yelled at you two, Raven. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maybe it's this room. This room? Feels so angry in here. I shiver a little. I try to focus on the club and its members, but there's a creepiness about this place. You don't say! Natsuko mentioned something about rumors yesterday that I haven't been able to get out of my head. Part of me is curious to hear them. Another part of me, however, don't blame the room for your freak out. Oh no. Natsuko shoots Satori in an annoyed glare. Just forget it. You wouldn't understand. It's not that I don't understand, Natsuko. It's just that I don't care. Satori looks at me. Besides, I'm sure you'll forget about this by tomorrow. Completely. Yeah, I won't remember a thing. Satori is actually sounding like the evil guy here. It's not looking too good for you, buddy. Natsuko says it sarcastically, rolling his eyes. I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, the club meeting is over. Both of you, scram. I've been wanting to be left alone all day. This guy, Satori doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like he really doesn't, he kind of like doesn't care about the club members stuff or the club in general, but he's just doing this for the hell of it. Maybe all my questions and theories or whatever will be answered later in the gameplay. Natsuko briefly looks at me like he wants to say something, but quickly changes his mind. He stoically grabs his stuff and heads for the door. I start to follow. Can I read that? Nope. I said stop! I stopped at the threshold for some reason. No! I'm not sure why, but I feel compelled to talk to him. We probably should address his responsibilities as club president. Satori? Why are you still here? About the fight. I hate to say this, but you really should remember me. What? I just think the club would really benefit if you would just remember me. What on earth are you talking about? I mean, regardless of what room we're in, it's still your job to remember me. You have to. Remember me. Baby, what's wrong with you? I don't mean to overstep my bounds here. I just want you to remember me. She's like, it's kind of confusing, like who's self-aware, who isn't, who's bad or good. We'll probably figure this all out soon. He looks distressed all of a sudden. You're crazy. Flustered, I reach out and grab his hands. It's not as difficult as you're making it out to be. Please, Satori. But from what the glitch said, I'm pretty sure, like, Pemsi is like trying to say, like, we used to be best friends in Act 1 and all that good stuff. So I think she might actually be, like, self-aware. Just, Satori, remember me! Remember me! Do you hear me, Satori? Satori, remember me! Remember me! Remember that! Okay. Let's see if we can break this. Oh, there was, yeah, it was there for a split second, but I was clicking too fast. What's this? Okay, well, that's definitely an interesting spot to leave it off. So, that has been Doki Doki Switcheroo for now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.